the guys over at Extreminal.com asked me, Chris Forbes, if I wouldn't mind giving him a list of some of my favorite albums for 2024. And here we go. Gross Reality, Return to Ruin, an awesome thrash album in the vein of early Forbidden, and the singer even sounds like Russ Anderson of Forbidden. If you're into real thrash metal, not that Pantera shit, you'll love this. Another album I found really good was Sulforge, Forge, Hatred. It's self-titled. It's fast as fuck death metal with vocals from hell. It's speedy, it's fast, and the production is good too. I think you'll like it. The third album I want to talk about is a band called Helm's Deep with the album called Treacherous Ways. This is just straight along heavy metal that features John Gallagher of Raven. It's definitely fist-pumping heavy metal that I think you'll really like, and I enjoyed it a lot too. Another band here is Breakination, Abreaktion, and the album is called Born Hatred. This is classic 80s thrash, and they also include a Dark Angel cover, Welcome to the Slaughterhouse, and they do a pretty damn good job on it. So you know when a band's going to do a Dark Angel cover, they're going to be, and they do it right, it's definitely going to be a solid release. Some other stuff I like is a band called Torture Lobby, and it's called Deadened Nerves. This was a furious attack of speed, power, and intensity. The band just knocked me for a loop. It's just death, thrash, and even they throw in even some industrial stuff. It's kind of weird when I tell you about it, but for me, it worked. Another album I liked was the new Blood Feast album, which is called Infinite Evolution. This band returns as they've been around since the late 80s, and this album just completely kicks ass. Adam is the guitar player. He's been in the band since the beginning. He takes over on vocals. He does an awesome job. The stuff is still speedy, it's fast, and it's still old school. So Blood Feast just definitely still gets it done right. Speaking of old school, Deceased come back with Children of the Morgue. This was a roller coaster album of emotions and not a typical death metal album. There's power metal on here. There's new wave of British heavy metal stuff. And even some of the songs are over 8 minutes long, which is surprising for a Deceased release. It's almost an hour long in music, but trust me, you will love it. The songs are just so good on this album. King's vocals are great, and the band just absolutely tears it up on this release. The last few couple releases I want to talk about are a band called Magee, Magee, and then the last name is Terre, and the album is called Damaging Sight. This is an old school German thrash attack like Old Creator. When I mean old, I'm not even talking about Pleasure to Kill. I'm talking about Endless Pain. The vocals even sound like Millie, and it's a really good release of old school German thrash. Speaking of German thrash, here's a band called Witch Trap, Hungry for the Beast. Another band that sounds like Creator's Endless Pain album, but I don't give a fucking shit. If a band's gonna sound like another band, don't sound like Cannibal Corpse Jr. 1,000 times over with cupping the mic vocals. If you're gonna sound like Creator, that's fine. Play some of the old shit, and Witch Trap definitely are a cool band. And the last band I want to talk about is a band called Die for My Sins. Absolutely awesome power metal with a single Raphael who just gets the job done. Vocals are just so in tune with what the band's doing, and I just was totally into what he was doing, and it's good, powerful power metal that more than gets the job done. Now, obviously, I get so many releases these days that I just can't review everything. This isn't like the old days where, I would get demos and then it became CDs in the mail and I was able to review everything. There was only 10, 15 record labels, and then plus, even when bands would send me stuff, it was nowhere near like it is nowadays. Maybe someday the guys from Extreminal will want to sit down and have me do like a podcast, and I can talk about the good old days and into the 90s and even to the 2000s, how everything went. So, and even my days of managing Immolation. But for now, I've already started reviewing stuff for 2025. So listen, hopefully you'll check out some of the bands I spoke about, and I hope you continue to keep supporting the website as I try to make my interviews as interesting as possible. And I also just don't interview bands. I interview bands from yesterday, today, and even record labels and others. I try to interview everybody I can possibly get. All right? Stay cool, man, and stay metal out there. Bye.